Good morning and welcome back to another vlog. So today is October 2nd. It has been a month since we finished the AT, and whilst we've been trying to keep active and stop our bodies from atrophying, I think at least I've been itching to get back out there, at least for a little weekend hike or something like that. So I've dragged Tribute out of the house and
willingly.
Yes, willingly. And we're on our way. So the trail that we're doing is the C&O Canal. For those of you who don't know, history lesson. The C&O Canal is 184 miles from DC to Cumberland, Maryland. I think the canal ran from the 1830s to the 1920s. Obviously bringing resources from further out west into DC. Unfortunately, it also happened to be completed after the railroad had been constructed as well. So basically, by the time the canal was completed, it was obsolete, superseded by the railroad. But it operated until about the 20s, and then it was taken over by, I think, the National Park Service. So now it is a walking, cycling path. We're not going to be doing the whole thing. We are just going to be going from DC to Harpers Ferry. So actually, if you see my vlog from Harpers Ferry, or if you've been on trail, you'll know that when you go northbound out of Harpers Ferry, you're actually on the C&O Canal for about 3 miles. So it's a really nice flat path. It's just gravel, so there's not really any elevation that we have to deal with. So hopefully that means we should make good mileage each day. And also, fortunately, there are campsites along the canal that you can stay at for free. So that is what we will be doing. The first one out of DC is 16 and a half miles out. I think it's around 11 o'clock right now, and we are, I think, about 3.5 miles in. So that will be the campsite that we're aiming for, at least this morning. God, it's so slippery.
It is very slippery.
Just walking on a little boardwalk. Yeah, the metro ride this morning was interesting. I will be honest, I have not washed my pack or its contents since we've left trail, because I knew we would be going out again, and I just didn't really think there was any point in cleaning anything yet. So I was a little aware of how much I may or may not smell on the metro, and it was rush hour. So that made it a little bit hectic, just trying to get our packs on and off. But yeah, I will say that it is nice to be walking away from the chaos of the city rather than towards it. We did go back and forth as to whether we would start in Harpers Ferry or in DC. But yeah, this is the way that we're going. Ah, mile 4, there we go. So come along for the ride, and we'll see if this is a good trail to do for others. So yeah, catch you later. Okay, so I am pitching my tent for the first time in a month, and I thought I saw through the mesh some sort of insect, no, not insect, like lizard in my tent. So I made Tribute look at it. What is it?
Well, you were like, oh my god, there's like a gross, like...
I thought it was a lizard.
It's a hair tie. This is just a hair tie.
That is so embarrassing. Thank you for rescuing me.
To come to your rescue.
Uh-huh.
Because of the terrifying
It looked like
rotten lizard
a
that you
lizard.
said.
That's where my hair tie went, though.
I know what that is.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Stop. It's just leaves, right?
Yeah, that's leaves.
Okay. Good morning. So, should I deliver the good news first or the bad news first? Let's start with the bad news. The bad news is that after hiking 16 and a half miles yesterday, Tribute's knee, which was giving him pain on the AT for who knows how long, it still isn't doing well. To be fair, it was fine post-trail, but for full disclosure, we went bowling last week, and he thinks he overdid it on bowling. So his knee isn't in the best shape right now, and we were just going to try to see how far he could get. So he's decided to call it quits, just to let himself rest and go home and ice it and all that stuff. So that's the bad news. The good news is that I'm still continuing on by myself. Luckily, he's gonna come meet me again this evening once we get our transport situation sorted. So he's gonna come meet me back on the trail tonight, and then he's gonna help slack pack me tomorrow to get to Harpers Ferry. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going. It is a bit tricky because the campsite I was originally aiming to get to today, there is no parking facilities there. So I think I'm gonna have to push further than I wanted to get to parking with the campsite nearby so that he could meet me. I think this means that I'm gonna have to do a 25-mile day today, but it is all flat ground, so if I can keep my brakes to a minimum, I should be fine. And I know that he's going to meet me at the end of the day, so shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, it's a beautiful day today. The riverbank was really high, but I think we have finally, after about a week and a half of rain in the DC area, I think the sun's finally going to start to come out. So let's see how today goes. All right, let's get going.
Happiness, you say, can make you
Hello, quick update. So I managed to do 19 miles to meet up with Tribute for a break and some food. That was at 3 o'clock. And I've set off again to do the remaining 6.7 miles that I have left to do to get to this campsite, where he'll also be able to meet me and we can camp together for the night. I've been thinking about doing a 1-month post-trail update just to talk about how I'm doing physically, mentally, and all that stuff. Just a little bit of a spoiler for that, but yeah, I'm really feeling it in my body. So I've only been off trail for a month, and this is a relatively flat trail, but my legs are still on fire. I can feel it in my glutes. I can feel it in my hamstrings. They've definitely gotten tighter. So I think I didn't really appreciate how much consistently hiking every day was able to keep my trail legs in good shape, and now I've lost them relatively quickly. But that's okay. I think I'm still in pretty good shape. I was taking pretty frequent breaks today to massage my legs, massage my feet, just put some pain relieving cream on them. Just all part of that daily maintenance that I like to do on trail anyways. But I feel like because I'm really pushing a lot of miles out of the gate, I needed to do a little more of an effort to keep everything a-okay. So hopefully I will be in good shape for tomorrow as well. It's funny because I think towards the end of my through, I still had like a hiker hobble when I walked everywhere, and I was still under the assumption that it was pretty bad. But just from trying to get up a few times today, I really have a hiker hobble right now. But I still feel comfortable doing these miles, so, whoops, hello? Yeah, so I'm going to keep going. Because I'm doing bigger miles today, it means tomorrow won't be as long of a day to finish off. I think I'll only have to do about 19 miles. So I think I'm doing myself a favor here in the long run. And tomorrow, Tribute will have my pack for the entire day, so I can just use my running vest for the whole day and not have to worry about that. But yeah, other than that, it's been a pretty nice walk. We're back to the canal being filled with water on one side, and the Potomac is still completely overflowed on the other side. It is really cool sometimes to watch like giant logs just go down the river. I've never seen it this full before. And I saw a pretty crazy picture out of Harpers Ferry of where the Potomac and the Shenandoah rivers converge. So that will be interesting to see. So yeah, I'm going to stop talking now and get these miles done so that I can rest up for tomorrow, my last day. Catch you later. Good morning. I survived my 26 or 25.6 mile day yesterday. Made sure to start stretching as soon as we got into camp. So I don't know, I'm obviously still sore from waking up this morning, but I think it could have been worse. So I think I woke up feeling more sore yesterday morning. So yeah, thankful as always for my massage ball. It always comes in handy. So it is 8 o'clock right now. I got started about 15 minutes ago. I have 18.3 miles to do today, so it doesn't seem as daunting as it did yesterday. And then I will be finished. I will walk into Harpers Ferry, get lots of ice cream, I anticipate. So Tribute is back at the campsite packing up the tent right now. I decided to carry my pack for a little bit because otherwise I would have had to backtrack to the car, then walk back again. So I think it's just easier if I take my pack for the first 2 miles, and then he's going to come meet me at a parking lot, and then take my pack off me so I can just wear my running vest. So yeah, I didn't sleep as well. I think I just forget, because I think Maine and New Hampshire were so quiet in terms of birds and other sounds. All we had was the crazy squirrels for a bit. But I kind of forgot what it was like to wake up to the sounds of the forest. And it's very loud here. There are some insects that are just non-stop throughout the whole night. And then we had like a train nearby as well, so, but it was fine. It was still a good night's sleep, I guess, just not as well as it was back in Maine. My arm's getting tired, so I'm switching up the camera angles. Yeah, I mean, this wasn't the trip that I anticipated, because Tribute had to drop out. But I'm still proud of myself for pushing forward, hitting those goals that I set for myself. I do feel like I do want to do a little bit more solo backpacking, solo hiking. I've thought this for a while as well. I mean, obviously with the AT, that was an amazing experience that Tribute and I got to share together. But I think that because I was with someone else from the get-go, I learned to rely on him for a lot of things. There was also just a comfort to that. And not that it's a bad thing, it just made it easier to plan logistics, or just the mental load of having to set certain things up at camp, or make water, or make food, or go get water, things like that. It was nice to have somebody else there. But at the same time, I think it would help my confidence even more if I were to do something completely solo. I've never felt unsafe out here. If more often than not, I feel more unsafe, like in big cities and such. But being out here is always very calming to me. So, yeah, that's something I think I'd like to take on more of, is just doing these types of trips solo. Not necessarily for an extended period of time, but just like a weekend or something. I think it would help improve my confidence, improve my abilities to know that I can do it completely solo. But whilst we're here, I'm very grateful that Tribute is slack packing me, because the weight of this is it's getting to be a lot. I'm always very jealous of the cyclists that I see when they go past, because they're just going so fast, and I'm just not. But yeah, I'm grateful that I have my own 2 feet to take me on this. And who knows, maybe one day I will cycle this as well, and we'll do it much faster. I think some people from the campsite the previous night were saying that they were cycling all the way to Pittsburgh. So I think that when this trail hits Cumberland, there's an additional trail that takes you up to Pittsburgh as well, so you can extend it even more. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I'm really enjoying the campsites. There's always a privy or porta potty. There's water. There's good places to pitch. I think there's a boat coming down the Potomac River right now. Oh yeah. That's pretty cool. will let you go now so I can continue hiking, and we will see if today is any easier. Hopefully it is, because it's about 7 miles shorter than yesterday. Wish me luck. Bye. Hello.
You did it.
I finished with my DC to Harpers Ferry hike slash run. I think the last 6 miles I alternated between running and walking. So I left at 7:45 this morning and I made it into Harpers Ferry at 1:18. So yeah, I'm very proud of myself. What the heck is on my arm? Oh no, okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm very exhausted. But I'm very proud of myself. I'm happy that I kept going, even if Tribute was injured. I'm sorry, I had to tell him you got injured bowling. But I just said bowling. Don't worry about it.
Just bowling.
Yeah.
Definitely not the child's version of bowling or anything.
So yeah, still nice and early today. So I think food is in the cards, and then I'm going to go home and take a nice Epsom salt bath. But you had a good day too, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went to... Monocacy National Battlefield and learned about Civil War history.
Wow.
While you were doing exercise, I was doing exercise for the mind.
I like that.
Doing history.
And then you also
came to Harpers Ferry
to come to the ATC Visitor Center. So we were actually here only a few weeks ago. We brought Tribute's parents when they came to visit. We went to the ATC Visitor Center.
Show them our photos in the book and stuff.
So you popped in. He saw the trail photos for some of the Sobos that we gave Trail Magic to back in Pennsylvania, so that was really nice. But also a little bit upsetting in light of everything that's happened with the hurricane down south, and a lot of people might not even be able to finish.
Yeah, I got talking. There was a hiker there. There's a few people who come through today. One of them was still there, and basically just got chatting to him, and he was like, just sounded a bit despondent about how, the rest of his trail's going to go. It sounds like he's just going to go as far south as he can before he starts, because people don't want to feel like they're, even if the trail is intact, you don't want to feel like you're
impeding.
Yeah, like, especially if, like, because you don't want to don't want to get injured or something like that, where any other time of year it'd be like, oh, I've twisted my ankle, that sucks, I guess I'll just call and someone will come help me.
And yeah, I'll just hole up at a hostel or something.
Yeah, it's like, or yeah, exactly, or like, I'm injured, I need to take some time off, I'll just go into town. You don't want to be taking resources away or getting people, even if that bit of the trail is fine, you don't want to, you don't need more bodies there than the area can deal with. So
yeah, my sympathies to anyone who's going through that. But again, in the last video that I released, I talked about if you'd like to help out, I will link a page below from Appalachian Voices that has a lot of organizations that you can donate to for that. But on the plus side, to end on a lighter note, we actually did get our certificates in the mail the other day. So that was very exciting. Got a nice little letter, got our certificate, got the little patch, and now I have to have the awful deliberation of where I'm going to put the patch. So, there was one other thing I was going to say, but I don't remember.
But I forgot.
Anyways, I'm exhausted. Thank you for following along. I'm going to recover so that I can continue to hike again. I'm not sure which trail I'm going to do next, but we'll see. All right. See you later.
Bye.
I'm back. I forgot that I was going to give a little review of the trail. Overall, I really enjoyed it. Definitely a pro was that it was pretty much flat the whole way. It did get a little repetitive though. And I feel like my legs seized up into like a specific position because I just wasn't going uphill or downhill or anything. But definitely if you're looking to do something that's very low impact, I would highly, highly suggest it. I think it's great that there are lots of campsites along the way, and that they're all free and they all have water, toilets, whatever you need. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it. You have people that kind of get off the AT and go do the long trail. I think people should get off the AT and either go hike into DC and then take the train back, or you take the train into DC and then hike back to the AT. I think that would be fun.
It would be super easy, especially if you've got your trail leg. If you've got your trail legs by that point. Some people, that would be a 2-day hike.
Oh yeah, you could do like 30 miles a day. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, if you've got your trail leg, especially on flat ground, you could, but like an easy 3 days with trail legs.
Yeah.
Into sea.
So yeah, definitely I propose that as a little detour off the AT.
60-mile blue blaze.
Yeah, why not? And yeah, I mean, I could have kept going into Cumberland. That would have been another 120 miles. But I think I'd also like to bike it as well. I saw loads of people. I think I was like the only hiker that I saw. But I saw loads of people biking it. Especially if you get one of those like electric bikes, it would be super easy. Yeah, so definitely something to consider if you're in the area. There's lots of interesting history along the way. Maryland has got those interesting historical trails, as we all know. So just lots of pretty things to see, and you can see the Potomac in so many different states. In terms of like, there's bits of the Potomac that are huge and wide, and you're right up against it, and there's other sections where you're kind of on a little offshoot of it, and it's really calm, and yeah, I think it was very pretty. There was lots to see, so I'd highly suggest it if you are in this area. But yeah, now I'm actually going because we're almost on our way to get food. So catch you next time. Bye.